Thank you for tuning in
and listening to
Podcast.
the one and only podcast from the new IT school in Estonia
News, founders, jokes, technologies,
and Code Jõhvi experience. We have got it all. Today we are going to talk about applying, what is selection sprint and how it is to be a Code Jõhvi student. And our guests are two students, Sander and Juan. Hello there. This episode is named We Are Code Jõhvi. And there will be series of episodes like this one with our different students. And I'm sure that you have read different media advertisements or articles about Code Jõhvi and how fascinating it is. But do you really believe it? And We Are Code Jõhvi episodes are about our students, who they are, and about their experience and how Code Jõhvi really looks like. Without any topics and headliners. So, my name is Mihkel and
my name is Simon.
And today our guests are Juan and Sander. Welcome.
Thanks.
Hey.
Today we are going to talk about you guys. So it's like Mikkel already said, the episode is We Are Code Jõhvi, and we are all students here. Obviously, we are not paid actors with Mikkel. We are actually students. We are studying as well. But, you know, we have already talked about our background a bit in other episodes, but now it's your turn. And we want to know where you came from and why are you here? And we all know, Juan, you have a really interesting background because you're not from Estonia, and Sander, you have even more interesting background with your different skill sets. So, like, we want to know about you more. And just this will show just a bit to the other people outside how different the people that are studying here are. Because we are also actually different. I don't think there's like one or two people that look like the same. So how about you just start and tell us more about you and where you came from and how did you get into applying?
Yeah, sure. I'm Juan Martinez. I'm from Venezuela. I have been here in Estonia for 8 months, something like that. And, well, basically came to Estonia to study. I didn't know anything about the school before. But when I was coming, a friend sent me the website, the link of the website. And luckily, it was just starting the applies for the program. I applied in the airport. So it was very interesting. I was applying in the airport before coming here, and I was thinking, well, maybe I didn't do it well because it wasn't the best time to do it. But luckily, it was good enough to go into the sprint, and yeah, we are here.
Did you do it on your phone?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was really fun, friendly, mobile friendly, so it was good. But the thing is, in the airport, you know, the people talking and everything wasn't the best place to do it.
Yeah.
So mobile friendly was that 2 games, yeah?
Yeah.
When you were applying. So
Yeah.
if you want to apply to Code Jõhvi, then you have 2 steps to do. First step is to complete 2 games, logical games. One is memory test and second one is logical game. And the second step is to come here. This time it was in Sillamäe, but maybe next time is in Jõhvi. Common place and to the selection sprint, or we call it piscine.
Oh yeah, first you have to register, obviously.
And register.
when you register, you get to the games, and you have to finish the games to some extent. I will not spoil too much, but yeah, if you do these games and you get in, then you get to the step 2. Yep. So just to clarify a bit.
Yeah, that's right. So very cool that it was mobile friendly because I did it in my computer.
Yeah, same. Okay. So you had you just had time because the second game is an hour and a half long.
Yeah, but I did everything in 20 minutes. How to say, until I get to some level and I get stuck there for the rest of the time. So the time wasn't really much a problem for me because I just get stuck, and then even if I could have more time, I think I didn't even could like pass that level. So
All right. So you
yeah.
just went on a plane or something,
Hmm?
or you just went on a plane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
You
forgot about
still
it.
got in. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's a good experience.
Okay, and Sander, what about you?
Mm, well, hello. I think I found out about the sprint from a friend, or maybe my mother, or maybe just surfing the internet, because it's here local, and I'm actually native Ida-Virumaa person. Then yeah, everybody was talking about it, and yeah, I attended. Didn't do very well in the test. Many people thought the same, that I'm not getting into the sprint. But then yeah, here we are.
I thought the same.
I thought the same.
It was really like the really hard test. I never encountered anything like that. Like, okay, the memory one was pretty good, but the other one is tough. It's good. Selecting the brightest minds.
What I'm interested in maybe is just a bit your background, as in what did you do before, both of you? Because before I came to the selection sprint, I was studying in university for a couple of years for IT, and before that I was military 1 year, and just doing engineer bachelor's. So my background is a bit connected to IT already, which frankly, if I say it out loud, in the university when I wasn't doing engineering, and I had programming in maths, I did not understand anything about it, and like I just mostly just wrote the solutions down from everybody else. But so now that I'm here and doing this, is like, it was expected because I have been studying IT for 2 years, and I'm in, but overall, just your background as well. So, what did you do before that? And maybe you can tell us your age as well, because I don't think anybody will, relate with that.
Yeah, sure. I'm 23 years old. Before coming to Estonia, I was studying university as well. I was studying accounting, but it wasn't for me really much. I just chose that because there wasn't so many options in my place, and just for not doing nothing. So I was trying to come to Europe and everything, and I found Estonia in a YouTube video. So
What? Okay.
yeah, basically that's why I chose Estonia, because of YouTube video. I don't know. Yeah, and
Do
then
you know who made the video?
yeah, it's a Spanish politics channel.
Oh.
Yeah, so they talk really good about Estonia, and actually after that they are making a lot of videos about Estonia, and they actually came to Estonia, and it was like, oh, it's interesting. They really like Estonia.
But they didn't get into Jõhvi.
No,
the Spanish government.
Did they come after you?
But well, yes, I don't have so much professional background. I have been work so much in different things, like really basic things. But yes, like I have been always like a computer guy, like always into video games, or sometimes trying to crash some programs and everything, but not so much into programming actually. But I was always thinking that I would like to study something related to computers. And that's all.
Okay. And Sander,
What was the question again?
like tell a bit.
My background.
Yeah, tell a little bit about your background.
All right. Yeah, I was thinking about it earlier today, and I was like, when I was little, I was really interested in science and cosmos and stuff like that. I remember in the kindergarten, I wanted to be a cosmonaut or like spaceman. And in the school, I was like purely like mathematics and real, I don't know what it's called.
STEM. It's called STEM, science.
Yeah.
And
Okay, all right. Yeah, STEM guy. But not computers ever. Though my dad and older brothers were into computers, so they hosted like LAN parties in our place, and doing all this stuff. But it went like around me somehow.
Passed you by.
Yeah, passed me by. But when I heard about this school, it's like my interest surged, and I wanted to come here. But what else did I do? I traveled a bit in the world, had small jobs, like one, for example, I was picking grapes in France for a winery. I
Okay.
was in Australia, worked in a poster company.
What you did there?
Just putting posters around the city
Okay.
for music advertisements.
That is so interesting. Because like, well, the grape picking in France, that sounds so like niche. Huh? Yeah. I'm talking about like, how do you get jobs like this? I've been I've been wanting to get a job like this, but it's always been in my mind like, oh damn, that would be so fun to do some like simple job in France or Portugal or whatever.
In some farm or something.
Yeah.
So basically, it's a very local thing. You have to be there, like travel, meet some people, and it's a word of mouth usually.
Oh, wow. It makes
Or if you speak the language, you can search it online and like emails, but like you have to know very exact ways. Well, you can just Google that or like look on maps and like find the places and send them mails. But you have much better chance if you know somebody.
Obviously, because they can recommend you.
Yeah, maybe because Estonia is so far, but the Central European people, they are quite aware of this.
Yeah, that may be because it's so rare to see some applications for like, I don't know, say job of hotel keeping in Germany. They do exist. I've seen them, and my little brother even like applied for some, but it's hard to get in if you don't know English or German at some level. Well, if we're talking about this, but it's rare to see something like this in Estonia being advertised. So you have to know. But that's so cool because it's a thing that you don't think about when you're living in Estonia most of the time, and then you're like, you don't even think about, I could make, I don't know, I've worked in France picking up grapes, right?
Well, but people go to pick strawberries in Finland.
Yep.
Isn't
In
that the same
Estonia
thing?
as well, not only
Yeah. But it's like local.
Yeah,
more
it
like
is local.
I only know because I was there. So yeah.
Well, that's really awesome.
Yeah.
All right. And what have you done something else as well? I think you studied for something more.
No, I didn't study for anything in the meanwhile.
You're a chef?
I'm 27 now, and I didn't want to go to university because I was traumatized by the school system. So this year is it suits me better, like self learning and teaming up with people, stuff like that.
Okay, but Juan told just that you were a chef. What does it mean?
So
He cooked for us here, for everybody.
Oh, wow.
yeah, that's a joke. But sometimes, yeah. I was a vegan for the time, and then I went to work in places too, because it was kind of my lifestyle at the time. So I wanted to learn more and be surrounded with people who think the same way and stuff. So I did that for a couple of years. But well, it's not paid very well, and it's really hard work. So I thought maybe coding is something that suits me well.
Okay, but you said that you didn't go to any school after. You didn't go to any high school, yeah, but you were a chef or something.
Self-taught?
You self-learned again.
Self-taught by trial and error and YouTube and other people.
Okay, that's cool. So we can say that you're experienced self-learner.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Wow.
I constantly learn by myself.
So this system should work very well for you,
Code
Jõhvi system.
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Like you
But-
said, but the time management is in it as well. Like it works for you.
Mm.
Wow, that's I had a thought, but I lost it. But yeah, that's really really great because self-learning, etc. And no, it's not coming back. I've lost it. Oh yeah, the thought. Well, you were talking about self-learning and YouTube and etc. It's funny because Elon Musk at one point has said it out in an interview that why would you go to university when you have YouTube? Because it's really like this. It's not even only YouTube. You could have whole Khan Academy and you will have the whole science degree. No problem.
Yeah.
Khan Academy has courses on everything from first grade to university, higher maths. And I used it in university and I got like through. So it's definitely self-learning is a new skill and it's one of those skills that you can get here in Code Jõhvi as well. So that's really awesome.
And it's not only about Khan Academy. There are so many other companies
yeah.
like Coursera or
Udemy,
very many.
etc.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just Khan Academy is really great at explaining.
Yes,
Really
yes.
great overall. Okay, I think so now we know your background and it's super diverse, obviously, and everybody here in Code Jõhvi has a super diverse background. So I think what would be next is, well, you did apply. And were you both in the first sprint or the second one?
The first.
The first.
We were roommates.
All right.
Okay.
So just to explain, we had 2 sprints, and each sprint was the second step that Mikkel was talking about. It was 3 weeks on site. And on site, we were programming, we were getting exercises every couple of days, quests as they were called, and you had to do the mandatory exercises to get further. And the first 3 weeks were the torture in Estonia because it was the hottest month. It was in 2021. It was, I think, one of the hottest months in last years. Maybe last year there was a bit hotter or something, but it was the best summer we've had in a long time. It was really warm. I think I was at beach every day or something like this. So how did it feel for you? For both, because, again, different backgrounds.
Yeah, for me, I really use it because I had like 1 month here in Estonia, something like that. And I'm from a really hot island, so I really use it. But I think it was amazing to be here in Sillamäe because we have the beach like 5 minutes walking, and it was amazing. And it was really nice because where I'm from, the people is not really excited about the beach. It's like we have the beach all the year. We don't have seasons and everything, so the people is like, okay, let's go 1 day per month or something. And here the people was like in the morning, in the lunch, in the afternoon. They wanted to go all the time, and I was like, okay, let's go. I'm not really used to do that, like only in some vacation or something, but it was amazing. Like the feeling of the people, the happiness they had for this summer was amazing. But it was kind of really hot because Estonia is not prepared for this hot. They don't not usual to have ACs and everything.
Yeah.
But anyway, it was amazing.
Yeah, it's really, I feel the same all the time, that I'm from Narva and I have the river, I have sea in 15 kilometers from my house. Then there are lakes everywhere in Ida-Virumaa, and I'm surrounded by everything. No, we can say that. And when I meet some friends from Middle Estonia or Tartu or somewhere, and they are telling me that, okay, I'm coming to Narva. First thing what we do is going to the sea, and then I'm thinking, oh my, again sea. I'm tired. I don't want to sleep there or something. Yeah, but I can relate. So.
Yeah, depending on our weather is a bit better than in UK, but like UK has like 2 days of sun. We have like 3 days of sun. So, so to have a summer of sun, like it was an exception.
Yeah. Also, the summer here is like the day is so long, so it's like never rest. Like you can be awake and be outside until 10, and there is still the sun. So that's amazing as well. Like you can have a really long beach day or something. It's amazing.
Okay, Juan, you liked the weather very much and that hot. And Sander, what about you?
Yeah, me too. I always enjoy it.
What about the stuffy classrooms that you had to be in for 3 weeks?
Yeah, that was torture. That was like part of the testing. Yeah, if we can manage conditions and the time of the tasks. Like some people really coded from morning to evening, but maybe the thing was that there was a lot of social life and well, basically a lot of things to do apart from coding. So it was really hard to get some sleep. But it was so fun as advertised. It was awesome. I would do it again. Really like one of the best summers.
Yeah, we are waiting for the next sprint to join to them again in the next selection.
Yeah, I liked the sprint as well. Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool. I was very tired in the end of sprint, but it was very great experience. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't like say the same that I was too tired because last week I basically took off. I think I only did one quest on the Monday quest and that was it. And I didn't have to do anything else because, you know, it didn't really matter anymore in the end. But the first weeks, well, I did work mostly like you. I came in like at 10 or something and I went away at 5 already because, you know, everything was done. And I kind of wish I could have stayed more in more here on site with social activities, but because, you know, I had work, I had my personal life, I had to go back all the time. So I definitely recommend people that apply now to stay on site as much as possible.
Yeah.
Not go home even if you live close, because there's so much cool things going on, so much cool people that want to teach you something and you can learn something new. Like there's bachata classes and there's, you know,
Oh, you can't even imagine all the things that are happening here.
yeah. It's crazy. It's so
Yeah,
cool.
and we're building it actually. Like we are like scheduling things, and it's constantly growing.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
constantly someone comes up with something new that he
Yeah.
wants to do, and that's really cool because you can find people to do that, and it doesn't happen like by itself. It can't happen if like nobody's doing like anything. If someone is doing something, he can like give the energy to others to start doing, and you know, it's all about giving, and like Code Jõhvi is all about giving to each other and teaching each other, and it's like so cool actually.
Yeah, and also I can't wait when next batch of students comes, because then there are a lot of more us, and and then we can do more bigger and cooler events.
Yeah, exactly. The first selection sprint was kind of new for everybody because it was the first ever selection sprint. Also the second one, I guess. Everybody, it's still like first, and I think now we are really prepared to like have a lot of activities with them. We can think in advance what things we can do better in the sprint and everything, and help them to have a better experience.
Yeah. Well, to anybody who's applying, you heard it. This will be awesome.
Yeah, that's why I'm really waiting for it. Although that the next sprint is going to be like at the end of winter. In the spring already.
No, the sprint will be in summer.
No, they are doing 3 sprints now. This time, one should be as in the end of winter. Pretty soon.
In April, I think.
April, yeah.
Oh, maybe April. Maybe, yeah. Yeah, they open in the end of summer. Maybe applying system.
Yeah,
or
the
something.
applying. Okay.
Well,
Okay.
application will open now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And then
Okay, yes. Yeah, okay. Let's make it clear. Application will be opened in end or maybe in the middle of February.
Yeah.
And then sprint should be somewhere in April. So during the spring, and then 2 other sprints
This in summer.
are in summer. Yeah.
Yeah, and we start studying in September again.
Yep.
So really, really cool. Yeah. All right. Well, we can only go and just talk just a bit about your experience here, because well, we did talk about selection sprint just a bit.
Sorry. I just wanna ask a question. Selection sprint, when it was done, what was your feelings when it was done, and did you expect to get in?
Well, basically, I was a little bit afraid because I did bad in the exams. I did only one task in the final exam, but I still was happy because I was thinking it's really difficult. But I complete all the task. We had like a number of mandatory tasks and then a bonus, and I did all of them. So I also compare myself with other people, like how much experience you have, because we had experience in the system, and I was thinking, well, maybe I have a little bit more than the average, so it's kind of cool. But it was like 50-50. I wasn't sure that I'm getting the school, but yeah.
Okay, Sander.
Yeah, me after the sprint, I was very nervous since the last exam until the time the email came. I was super nervous all the time. I was thinking, okay, this was like the first test to get into the sprint. Like, okay, I'm not getting in, but then I was positively surprised that I got the spot. And because I think there was not really 600 people who finished the sprint, so our chances were a little bit better. Yeah. So, but it was really good to get in the school after all.
I remember the last exam of sprint. Maybe I didn't complete last exercise of exam, but it took some time to do all the exercises, and when I was done, I came out from the classroom, and then I saw how other people were already packed their stuff with frustrated faces and going out of the building. It was funny to see it, but in other hand, it was very sad to see it.
Yeah. Because you have this feeling of competition in the sprint, because you know that you have to do better than other people to get in. It's quite different from now, because now you are in your own pace. Like, doesn't matter how fast the other people learn and everything. But in the sprint, you have limited spots to get in the school. So yeah.
Yeah, it's funny you say that, because in reality, like Karin always says, and overall the feeling is there's no competition. Like, well, it is, obviously there is competition, but in the end, most of the people that stuck to the end got in, because that's how it is.
Yeah.
And what I think I like more is that you can, of course, compare XP with somebody, but you can't see the other people's XP. You can't see how others are doing. You just can't see anything. It's not about comparing yourself to others. It's about doing your best.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's what everybody who's coming here should be thinking of. It's not about, oh yeah, I got more points on the first 2 tests.
Yeah.
If you're not,
there wasn't competition in that sense. Like, it was more like personal thing. Like, you have to know that if you do the best, then you get more XP, and then you have more probabilities to get in the school. But also, we were also aware that a lot of people were quitting. So at the end, we know that, for example, in our sprint, we were at the beginning like 200 people, and in the last exam, it was only 80, 90. So we were like the half width, so we have more chances if we do the exam and everything. Then is everything all right?
Seems that your sprint was harder than ours.
You had more people, I think.
Yeah, we had more people in the end. I think it was like 140 or 60 or something like this. Well, well, at least on the registration papers.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
not sure how many people actually showed up,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, overall it was I think over 100 people definitely.
Yes, yes.
And I have one good sentence for that sprint that about the competition. Yes, you hadn't compete with other people. You had to compete with yourself.
Yeah, that's true.
And
Yeah, well, the next thing is we can talk about is definitely your experience in last 5 months. Just overall, how are you feeling today? Because it's been some time. It's been some time since your pace of your life changed, since changed the pace that you had after the sprint. Because in the sprint you had one pace, now you have another, and overall just how it has felt, because you are on your own, but then again you are not. You have like people, and just overall, how is it? How do you feel about all of that?
Have been amazing. I really like I have been on site all the time, and have been really nice. It's a little bit different than the sprint, because in the sprint everything happened in 3 weeks. But like living here in the school is really nice. Sillamäe, well, is a completely different place that I was used to be in Tallinn. It's a different, mostly because everybody speaks Russian here, so you don't have a lot of social life outside the school. But the schoolmates, everybody is really nice, and we, as we say, we had a lot of different activities weekly, like yoga, dancing, workouts. We had weekly training with Mikkel, and we play every kind of games. The school provides us all the equipment to play any football, soccer, volleyball, everything. We have it here, and it's actually. I think even in a normal school, you don't have so much activities like this. Like, it's amazing. It's really nice.
Also, you went to the ice hole. You
Yeah,
want to tell about that?
oh yeah, sure.
yeah. It's my first winter, so I wanted to try all kind of activities, and I did sledding, I did ice skating, and also I jumped into the ice, into the water. So yeah, it has been really nice experience so far.
And as I understand, it was your first experience with snow, with ice.
Yeah. All everything. First experience that you can imagine in the snow. I haven't done a snowboard or a skiing yet, but it's in my.
Do you want to?
Yeah, of course.
I will definitely want to go in the next month, so maybe we can catch you. We'll go to Kiviõli. It's
Kiviõli.
not far, yeah.
Yeah, I know the place. I went there in the summer, but.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. Because I just was in Bulgaria snowboarding from the peak of 2.6 kilometers above the sea level. That was so amazing. You can snowboard for like an hour straight.
Oh, okay.
That's so great.
Down?
Like by different roads down. Yeah, it's like 16 kilometers in total.
Wow.
It's really great. Well, here is like 700 meters.
Yeah.
Longest run.
Yeah.
So it's not that much, but it's still, to learn. It's really good, and I'll definitely want to go more this winter. So maybe then we can like go
Can
together.
arrange something, yes.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, first snow and all of this stuff. So that's really, really great. How
Yeah.
does it feel? Like, especially the part where last couple of weeks it has been like really windy,
Yeah.
icy, stormy. Like, I heard it was quite bad.
Yeah.
Last week, right? Last week Tuesday.
Last
so,
2
yeah.
Last
Last 2 weeks have been like crazy. How
Yeah,
do
some
you
days.
feel about that?
It have been the first time that I have this kind of temperatures, and I was afraid because the coldest thing I feel is the AC of my bedroom. So I was afraid, but I love the winter. Actually, it's amazing. I don't feel really cold. I can tell that I don't use a lot of
clothes.
Mhm. Just a jacket and something. I don't use a scarf or something, so it's not the cold is not a problem for me, and everything with the snow have been really nice. It's amazing.
I enjoy snow and cold as well. The best season of year.
Yeah, the bad thing is when it's like 0 degrees and everything is melting, and sometimes raining. It's not comfortable.
You should wait for spring.
Yes.
Yeah.
You will see that.
You will see that
every day.
Mud everywhere.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Sander, what about you? You experienced the whole thing the last 5 months.
Well, I think I've never been inside for that much. Yeah, well, it's so cool inside. It's like a whole community, or like I don't know how to say it. It's just lots of time in the computer. If you need something, you can just ask people. Like if you need an onion, sometimes you don't have to go to the shop. You can just get it from someone. And yeah, it works really well. Interpersonal personal relationships and stuff. But yeah, right now was the JavaScript PC where I really coded most of the waking time, and that was quite tough, but also rewarding. What else? Yeah.
How has your life changed?
Well, completely. It's like I'm also.
Is it a bad thing or a good thing?
I would say a good thing, because this is like learning. We are really in this environment, and I think it's supporting us on this journey of becoming a pro.
Pro.
Yeah.
Pro indeed.
Yeah.
So if we look at your shirt right now and Simon's shirt, no, mine is I have a sweater here, but there is a man with a rope, and he's going up to the mountain, and in the bottom of mountain there are written code noob, and in the top of the mountain is written code pro. So it's just to clarify for the listeners. So, and where are you now on this mountain? Middle, or somewhere high, or in the bottom?
I think I'm down there, and I'm trying to get the rope to the attached to the top. I tried climbing up a couple of times, but I didn't get there.
So at least, but I hope.
Just kidding. Yeah, I'm climbing somewhere. It's hard to say.
At least I hope that you find a right tool to use.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the progress bar.
Yeah.
It's slowly advancing, loading.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to turn computer sideways so gravity will help it load.
Oh, thanks. Okay, I'll use the tip.
So what I really like about this shirt, it just shows the straight way, but in reality it could have been like the learning curve, because you could show way better where you are. I think you both have already succeeded the first learning curve, maybe even the second. So the third one will be the hardest. Well, you can do something. Well, you can all find the help yourself, and I hope I will definitely. You will definitely get there. That's a cool thing. What about you, Juan?
We should say that some students designed this.
Yeah, 2 people that applied here designed the
Yeah,
shirt.
we had a contest to choose which was gonna be the
new shirt design.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably under Sander because I haven't done the piscine yet. So yeah, we are starting the piscine the next week. 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks after.
In 2 weeks, yes.
Yeah, we'll
in
be
2
doing
weeks
it together. So.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
After seeing Sander, like I used to see Sander every day, and in these 2 weeks I haven't seen Sander so much. So I'm a really bit concerned about this piscine.
Yeah, I've been trying to hide myself, but people still like come to my room and start talking about like nonsense, and I'm like, please go away, and they're like, okay. You're so rude.
It's actually a thing that I don't know, a lot of people don't understand. But if the programmer is in the zone,
Yeah.
do not take him out of the zone.
Yeah.
It's so hard to get back into
Yeah.
because like you have that mindset already. Your brain is thinking in that way, so you're already building blocks, and then just somebody comes and takes the middle block away, and like the lower block,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you're stuck. You
whole
have to do
tower
it from
crashes.
the beginning again.
Yeah.
It's so hard.
Yeah, I get very angry as well when somebody interrupts me while I'm coding. Yeah. And what Sander said, it's really cool that we are building up the system, because when school started, we had an like some kind of hackathon about school life, how to improve, how we wanna see our school life here. So yes, two students designed this T-shirt. It was a contest for us, and yes, also in Codify, you're not just getting a programming skills. You're getting other social or other experiences as well.
Everything you need in the workplace,
Yeah.
teamwork, etc.
The system is already built, like the where we study, or the platform, the intra, whatever.
Yeah, it's platform.
1.0 edu
Yeah,
platform.
but
system.
everything else related to the school, the team have been extremely supportive. Everything what we need, they like provide us. If we have a nice idea about whatever we want to do, they are always up to make it happen. Everything what we had proposed and everything, they make it happen always. Like this podcast and any other ideas the people had. For example, one student create a wiki for the exercise to help.
Urmas.
Yeah, and the school provide the server to host the website, so it's amazing.
Yeah, that's really cool.
How about we create a time capsule now? Just a bit time capsule. So you're in the close to second part of the Codify experience, and in a year and a half you will finish it. So I would like to create a bit time capsule now, where you will think forward in these 2 years, but like in this time, what do you think in 2 years? What will you be? Or what will you become, and what will you get from here? And you say it out now, what you feel now. And in 2 years, well, not in 2 years, like in a year and a half, you will have to listen back to it. It's like a letter to you in the future.
That's amazing.
These things are so amazing, but I feel like it's a good thing to do, especially now. And you will overall just, provide your experience and what you think will happen in a year and a half, and just maybe it will set you a goal or something. So I can give you time to think about it, but if you already have it, you can start.
Yeah, maybe, or maybe you want to answer now?
Maybe you can start.
Yeah. Oh, I don't want to think about it yet. But I thought it several times, but I think that I'm too shy now to say it loud. So maybe while you are thinking, I'll just clarify for listeners one simple thing about the school system. That yes, when you apply, you have two steps to do. Second one is first sprint experience. Then sprint is very rough. Then starts first module. It's Golang module, where you are doing projects in Golang, and it's not maybe so rough, but there are great projects what you have to do with team, and they are not maybe easiest way. It's more like working. Then when you finish your first module, then there is a sprint for JavaScript. It's like introduction to JavaScript module, because then you have a JavaScript module projects where you have to which you have to code in JavaScript. Then again, a Rust sprint and Rust projects, Rust module. And after that is a specialization. So it's not like 2 years only working on or doing some stuff. It's there are some sprints in this time.
The coolest part is that you can ask for your own specialization. So we have like already made blocks for specialization. Like you can go blockchain, you can go some other place, or video game design. I think it was like other things, but you can propose your own, and it can be created or done. So that is like the coolest part. So if you think that if you look at the modules in the end and you think, oh, it's not for me, you can propose something yourself.
Wow, really? I didn't know this. This is
Yeah,
really
really.
Karin talked about it in the first episode of the
you-
podcast as well.
You haven't listened it yet.
Oh,
yeah. Oh my
maybe.
god.
Well,
so bad.
So
didn't have
bad.
time. Sorry.
Yeah, but she did talk about
Okay.
that, and it's a thing you can do.
Mhm.
So if I think you can do it solo. You can propose it solo, but you can propose it with more people. If some people want to do something that you feel want to do, you can propose that. So it's still on the table because the whole thing is just developed and going forward. So everything can be changed. It's
Okay.
really cool.
Can I add something in conjunction
Yeah,
with that?
sure.
So the sprint was like you did stuff alone and really quickly, mostly
Yeah.
It's fast.
and it's like to figure out how good you are. But the school actually is quite different, like the modules. Well, the first task was also alone, but everybody was communicating. It was not anymore the competition, but like
Yeah.
cooperation. And the next tasks you can do with 2 people, then with 3, 4. I think was like that.
There
And
are
they get
different team sizes for
Yeah.
each task. Yeah.
Yes, and also the sprint was like really tiny bits of code,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 10 lines or something.
Yeah,
And
a small task.
and the modules
Specific.
are like big ones.
Yeah.
Big projects.
Yeah, like hundreds of lines, and you gotta research, teach yourself, and yeah, so it actually teaches soft skills and building a team, communicating with people. And also we have to assess other people's work
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because we don't have teachers, so
Audit.
audits, yeah. So we learn all kinds of roles here. That's what I want to.
Yeah,
start.
and I want now to add to your addition that yes, sprints are more like logical exercises, and this school time it's more like projects.
Yeah.
And
The sprint-
creativity also.
Creativity, yeah.
In the spring we have a task like specific things like create loop. They teach you how to create the specific functions and everything, but then in the module you have to use everything in one project. So it takes more time, but at the same time you don't have timelines every day,
Mhm.
so you are not in a hurry. You have also to create your own path to finish in time, because we still have a timeline, but it's like 3 months. But you don't have the pressure like if I don't finish tomorrow, then I don't get experience. So
So now let's go back to Simon's question. You should be ready now. Who want to answer first?
well, thinking about coding, I don't know yet which specialization I want. I have some ideas because I like a lot of video games, but I haven't done anything about that. But it's coming in I think it's the first task in JavaScript is to
Yeah.
make your game.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be really interesting for me to know if it's for me. But yeah, I hope like when I'm listening this in some time, I already find my thing in coding, my specialization, whatever, and that I am already creating something in it, either like a side task or something, because I haven't done anything by myself apart of the school projects. So it could be nice if I think about something like about one app, one game or whatever, and I at least start to develop myself.
Okay. Sander?
I imagine myself being a part of some team that is doing something that I connect with. Can be many things. Like I have many interests, but I'm just now opening my eyes to what you can do with an internet connection altogether. Like I started learning Russian from on Duolingo, and I'm much better now. In 3 months, I think. I would say it's like 3 years in regular school, and I just do it 1 hour a day, and it makes you do it like every day. Kind of keeps me on track for also thinking about I need to code or other things. But yeah, I want to be part of some team because I understand the coding is usually done in teams. I'm not really too fond of writing the code myself. Maybe like planning the creative part. I like more the front end anyway than the back end.
I feel the same.
Yeah.
I should say that.
Some people say front end is like it's so boring, like just putting in numbers and like making it look nice. But I like it.
I'm really bad at front end.
I don't
See?
know. Yeah.
That's why we need teams, right?
Yeah,
exactly.
that's we need
exactly. Yeah, because like, well, if you design me something, I can create it. Like I can do front end, I can do back end. If you design it to me, I can do it.
Yeah.
But if you tell me to design it,
exactly.
it'll be just like an egg roll or something.
It's the same for me with front end. I don't have the creativity or the artistic part to think which colors match best or how to. It's pain for me.
I'm using hacks for that. I usually go to Adobe color palettes and just use the ones that work together. It's like, this seems good, and use them, and they work all the time. It's like, you don't have to be, you don't have to have the vision, but it's good to have the vision. Obviously, it helps a lot, and you can do it, you can learn it. But at some point, it's just hacking all the way.
Well, I think for this school, it's like you can copy something, like you can see like any websites and you can see, okay, I can use this for this because you are not actually going to launch this website or something. It's just to prove that you have the skills to create it and everything, but you don't really, if you don't like it, you don't have to be a web designer front end.
That's why we have teams.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, really good time capsule. So one wants to create a AAA game and another wants to be in a startup. Good.
Sure.
Maybe. Yeah. So
think big.
So and I think that let's wrap it up.
Yeah.
And as usually, I should tell you some kind of joke.
Oh, I can say something in the meanwhile.
Okay.
Me and Juan and our cameraman Mart and one other friend, we had a competition of who is the funniest person of the year, and we put it on our Discord server. Like half our life is going on Discord anyway. And people voted for everybody, so we all got 23 or 25 votes.
Yeah.
So actually, we are not.
One.
Nobody
won. We are not funny.
It was so.
We're not funny.
Nobody's funny.
Yeah.
I think that I voted in this competition as well, but I don't remember. I really don't remember who got my vote.
You vote for everybody.
Maybe yes,
everybody
I
did
put
it.
the reactions and everybody press all the four. I put like, if you vote for me, then put this emoji, and everybody press all the emojis and.
We need to have a stand-up.
Yes.
This will make like people come, and if they laugh, you're funny. If
Yeah.
you don't, you're not.
But Juan, I want to say that maybe that's the reason why everybody voted for every one of you, because again, it's not only about you, it's about team. So 3 of us, you are together funny.
Yeah.
Maybe think that
But
way.
maybe I'm a little bit more funny.
Yeah, we still need to have stand-up.
Yeah, that's right. So okay, very basic joke. How many programmers how many programmers does it take to change a light bulb?
Just one?
Juan, can you call yourself programmer?
Myself now
Yeah. Can you change a light bulb?
with that code? No.
Okay, and
That's the answer.
okay, I'll tell you answer. Question and then answer. How many programmers does it take to change a light bulb? None, because it's a hardware problem.
Mm.
We are not changing light bulbs.
That's true.
It's a hard one.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
Have you googled it?
Yeah.
It's more like customer support thing.
Customer support.
Yeah, but that joke is so true. Like at the same time, you study programming, you tell your parents you study programming, and then they ask you, "Oh, can you fix my router?" No, it's a hardware problem. I don't know how to fix a router, but I'll Google it and I'll will to fix it, but not because I'm a programmer.
Yeah.
Because I'm good at googling.
Yeah, and also if you're like a programmer, then everybody else they think like automatically that you're an IT guy, like
Yeah, you're
overall
good.
IT guy,
With your
and
good
then
computers
yes,
et
and
cetera.
then you ask you to help them do something in their computer or
Yeah.
why this program is not working. You look at it, I don't know, in Google. You can't find answer, okay, and then they say to this other person, I don't know, and then this person says to you that you're not an IT guy,
But I'm not.
and then like, should I know everything or what?
Yeah, but it's so funny because I've seen people that are good programmers but are bad with computers, because it can, like, you are really good with the, I don't know, command line maybe, but it doesn't matter, or it doesn't mean that you're good with everything else. These are different things. So many people don't understand that. That's the prejudice of the IT people and etc.
Yeah. So thank you both. Now we are wrapping it up. Oh, it's already wrapped up. So thank you for listening. I hope that you enjoyed, maybe laughed with us. And in next We Are Code Jõhvi episode, we will probably see other students, because we have very much different people, and they are really everyone very, very different. So much to see, much to listen. Thank you both, and goodbye.
Thank you for tuning in and listening to
Podcast.